I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of what you'll get with this 50-page astrology and numerology personalized report. If you're on a spiritual journey like myself, you should definitely scroll down, fill out the information for yourself, and get your 50-plus page report so you can get started on your personalized journey. You'll love the validation and permission that these reports will give you to be your true, authentic self and help you connect better with what you were meant to do in this life and this journey. We'll start with the astrology report, of course, with your astrology chart here and all the details and points specific to your birthday, time of birth, location of birth, all of your details. It can be pretty daunting if someone's not familiar with an astrology chart, and that's why it also comes with a 10-plus page Word document report. You can see here, we're going to go through an example from Emma Watson from Harry Potter so you can kind of see all the information that would come in this report. So she was born in Paris, France on April 15th, 1990 at 6 p.m. And so everything with this report is going to deal with the example chart you just saw, along with all these points. So some of the information you get in your reports is the balance of the signs. So hers are very balanced, but if you were to be, heavy Scorpio or heavy Libra, it would document it there. Also balance of the elements. If you were strong earth versus air or water, it would document it here as well. And then it kind of talks all the different houses in the astrology chart. She happens to be strong in the third house, which is mostly about communication, learning about siblings in her early life. He'll go through the balance of the quadrants, kind of where the planets are centered on the astrology chart. So her second quadrant is strong, meaning she is receptive to other people and sensitive to the undercurrents involved in relationships. Plus the different hemispheres, so she is strong. Her western sky is stronger with more planets in that area, and so her interactions with people will take up a paramount role in her life. She values both personal relationships and interactions in the human race, and she was born in the specific lunar phase where sharing knowledge with the world is a big motivation for her. The report will also show you on your chart where all the houses are, what zodiac sign is the ruler of each of your houses, and the details that there. And then we get into the specifics, which a lot of people want is, where is the moon? Her moon happens to be in Sagittarius, and you get a paragraph of what that means. Her moon is also in the third house. That also talks about what that means specific to her. Then any other aspects with the moon. So her moon happens to be trine with her sun, which means basic nature is easygoing. She has an opposition with her moon and Jupiter, meaning there'll be opposites on the chart. So she will struggle with the tendency to be self-indulgent and attached to the comforts of life. And then specific aspects for that, here's the sun. This is what most people know, the sun sign. So her sun is in Aries, so she is in Aries. Her sun happens to be in the 8th house, which gives a birth chart meaning to the processes of birth and death as a prominent role in her life. And then you can kind of see it continues through all the different planets. So Mercury is in Taurus in the 8th house, Venus is in Pisces in the 6th house, and all those different aspects related to it. Her Mars is in Aquarius in the 5th house, and her Jupiter is in Cancer. Means she has a strong urge to look after her loved ones and happens to be in her 10th house. And her Jupiter has several other aspects. Her Saturn is in Capricorn in the 4th house, and Uranus is also in Capricorn in the 4th house. Neptune, also in Capricorn in the 4th house. That's a very busy house for her chart, so that would be one you definitely want to look through and read about. And then her Pluto is in Scorpio in the 2nd house. So as you can see, it kind of goes through every single aspect of the chart that you just saw, where all the different planets are, what the sign is ruling over those planets, what house of your chart they're in. So you get everything that you possibly need to explain your astrology birth chart to you. Even if you're not an expert and don't know anything about astrology, this is the perfect way to get started because you get the entire chart. And then you get this that can explain more than 70 different aspects of your chart to go through. And then so this will kind of give you a big primer on your astrology. The next chart we'll go through is the 35 plus page report you'll get for your numerology report. I find that often a lot of people are less familiar with numerology versus astrology. It is of course equally important. It obviously deals with not only your birth date, but then your name and your entire name. Because what numerology basically talks about is that, as you know from science and stuff, everything vibrates at certain frequencies. So every letter in your name has a specific vibrational frequency, as well as your birth date. So you can see here again for Emma Watson. She is Emma Charlotte Duray Watson, and she was born April 15th, 1990. So all of those parts of her numerology will have specific vibrations for every letter. You can see this 35 plus page will go through in great detail, detailing all the 20 different large aspects of her numerology. An example would be her life path number is an 11. Her birthday number is a 6, and we'll kind of go through a lot of these, what they mean. But you can see here as you do your entire full name, there's a numerology for your entire name. There's a numerology for all of the vowels, and then separately all of the consonants in your name, which kind of talk about your kind of inward a reflection versus your outward reflection. And then, of course, if you have a short name instead of your full birth name at birth, but if you happen to get married or you shorten Robert to Bob, your numerology chart will obviously change as you vibrate at different frequencies, and this will take account for that. And then we'll kind of go through your personal years. So in this case, you can kind of go through the different cycles 1 through 9 years and see what year you're in. So every year that you're going to be in is going to have a different numerology as well, which you can learn about through this chart and report. And you can see here one of the things as we go through, there are just so many pages that we'll kind of do two at a time. But you can see here it'll explain what your life path number is. We had mentioned previously that hers is an 11. So you can see it gives the background, if you're not familiar with numerology, to explain it. So your life determining number is the most important characteristics of your numerology chart. No matter whether you believe in it or not, your life story has begun long before you came into this world and led you to the state where you are now. Specifically, an 11 would be a potential source of inspiration and enlightenment to people, and it just gives you specific paragraphs around your life path number, your birthday number, your expression number, your minor expression number, your heart desire number, and it gives you a paragraph explaining what the higher heart desire number is, and then paragraphs what your specific number, whether it's a 2, would happen to mean. And then you get your personality number, you get some of your karmic debt, some of your karmic lessons, your maturity number, go through hidden passion numbers, rational thought numbers, subconscious confidence numbers, pinnacles of your life numbers. So go through for specific periods and cycles of your life. What's some kind of numerology going over that? So the first cycle of this example report, the pinnacle would be a 1. So that's a period that requires great independence. So through that cycle of life, in this case, between birth and age 34. The idea of seeking independence would be very important for Emma Watson. In her second cycle of life, as she goes from 34 to 43, she switches to a pinnacle of a 7. So this period is more about internal development and search for the truth. So instead of seeking independence, now you're kind of looking inward and looking for the truth. Then it kind of goes through some of the challenge numbers that you have to go through and what are the challenges you need to face through each different cycle of your life. And then what's your personal year number? So examples would be some of the specific years that you're in right now. So at the time this report was created, she was in a 6 year. And then your personal month, obviously, since the date changes every day of the year and every month of the year will have a different numerology to it as well. Then it gives you some your kind of psychomatrix characteristics, your energy, your interest, your health, your intuition, pages and pages about your work, how lucky you are, and the numerology around your luck, your duty, your memory, your self-appraisal, finances, stability, family formation, talent, spirituality, even. And then it'll go through one of the most fun parts is it will then give you celebrity matches. So for Emma Watson, they will give you examples of celebrities who have the same life path. So the singer Al Jarreau or Eva Mendes, Annie Lennox, and Coco Chanel would all have similar life path numbers as as Emma. And then you can see celebrities with the same birthday numerology number, even though they have different birthdays, actual days of the year. The total numerology of their birthdays come out to be the same with Ben Affleck and Eva Longoria, and then celebrities with the same expression number, so Charlize Theron, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Joe Cocker, and so forth and so on. So you just get all those details, all those celebrity matches. So if you're not familiar with numerology at all, you can get all the information you need. So in total, these two astrology and numerology charts will give you over 50 pages of personalized information about yourself. So again, you're going to want to get this information because you will really feel empowered by it, and it'll give you the confidence to seek your own personal truth and then continue on your own spiritual journey.